Hey guys, in this video I'm going to unbox the new Marvel Crisis Protocol Hydra tank terrain and ultimate encounter, plus the other two pieces of terrain that come with that set. So let's take a look. Hey guys, Rich from Johann Schmidt Gaming. Hope everyone is doing fantastically well. Thank you for bearing with me over the last week or so. As I mentioned, I think on the last Bugle, I have been away with work. I was in Israel for just over a week, or Israel and London for just over a week. So we haven't been doing any videos. You may have caught my live stream last night. I did live stream round 2 of the TTS Season X. So if you haven't, you can go check that out. Obviously after this video, watch this first. But yeah, I got some deliveries whilst I was away. I got a big box from the guys over at Olympus War Games. So we're going to take a look through and see what's in there. Well, we know what's in there. But yeah, so let's head over to the camera. Let's take a look at what's in the box and yeah, take you through what we've got and share some thoughts on it. Okay then guys, so let's open up and take a look and see what we've got inside of our box. Hopefully lots and lots of goodies. This is proving to be more difficult than it should have been. There we go. Okay, so what have we got going on in here? Well, first of all, we've got the Hydra turret. So we'll take a look at that in a second. What else have we got? We've then got the big ultimate encounter. Again, we'll take a look at that in a second. I can't remember what else we've got in here. So we've got the we've got the power state. We've got the Hydra power stations terrain pack. We've then got what we've got in here. Oh yeah, Adam Zola and Baron Strucker, didn't pick them up. Human Torch, Cap. Really got no interest in playing these, but just for completion. And then Rhino as well. So let's move these to one side because we're not too interested in any of these for the moment. Don't really do unboxings of existing characters and things because yeah, I just don't really find it that interesting. You guys can unbox your own and they're, you know, fairly cost effective to pick up. So let's move these to one side. But what I want to look at is the Hydra terrain, because typically that tends to be what I cover on the channel is big pieces of terrain where they are a bigger cost. And I can give you guys my feedback thoughts on whether or not I think they are worth it. So you can see here we've got the three boxes here: CP179, CP178, and then CP78, which is yeah interesting in terms of numbering. So yeah, let's take a look at. Let's do the turret first, and then we'll take it from there. Okay guys, so the Hydra turret, CP179, as you can see there, terrain pack. These look really cool. I am thinking about doing a board centered around these, maybe sort of a Hydra base. So yeah, maybe I'll do that in the future. This is coming out at $64.99 in terms of cost, which it feels quite light. This is or a very similar price, or very close to what the Sanctum is. So you can see here that defend the station, fire, fire. Prepare to dominate your Marvel Crisis Protocol battlefield with the Hydra terrain turret pack. These deadly cannons cut an imposing figure on any terrain. It's hard to catch out Hydra unprepared, and if it were possible, what then? The Hydra turrets come equipped with the detachable heads of their namesake, ready to adapt to any situation that arises. One should choose their battles wisely. The battles and battlefield wisely. So you get the missile pods as well. So we'll open this up and oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, guys. You know my thoughts on this. Why they need to put such a big box for such little. I mean, it's less than 50% of the box is actually filled there, which is really annoying. Yeah, not a fan of that whatsoever. Let's just pop this to one side. So we get read this first, how to build, you know, people who have been involved in it, and then your QR code for the actual building of them. And yeah, okay. Size 3s, didn't know that. Didn't know they were size 3 terrain. Probably makes sense, I suppose. Yeah, that's it. It's not a lot there for $65, is there? Or $64.99, I should say. But let's put this to one side. Let's move on, and we'll pick up the power station, which is slightly cheaper at $49.99. But yeah, not a lot of plastic for $65 AMG. Okay then guys, the second pack that we're going to open is the CP178 Terrain Pack. As I mentioned, $49.99 I think this is. These are the Hydra power stations. What I don't know yet is how impactful or how necessary these things are with the Ultimate Encounter. Power is everything. Energize your Marvel Crisis Protocol battlefield with the Hydra Power Station Terrain Pack. With this ominous architecture looming on the horizon, the stakes of your battles will rise higher than ever. Look, would I buy these if I didn't do this? Yeah, it's a good question. This is not as bad. This is actually filled, so that's, you know, that's always good. But again, guys, that is not a lot of anything for $50, $49.99. And yes, you can get discounts and other such things, but let me know in the comment section below, does that feel like $50 worth of anything? Definitely doesn't to me. This didn't even, on it did have, it was hidden away. So again, and I'm okay with, I know some people don't like the QR code, I'm fine with it. Like, I can't remember the last time I had to use an instruction book anyway, but there's not really much to say about it. Are they going to be size 3 as well? Yeah, so size 3. So already we've got 4 size 3 pieces of terrain on the board, which does feel like excuse me, it does feel like quite a lot. But yeah, again, $50, it doesn't really feel like it, does it? Let's go back to the ultimate, let's go to the Ultimate Encounter, should I say, and we'll open that up and see what we think of that one, and then we'll lay everything out together and see what we've got. Okay guys, CP78 Hydra Tank Terrain and Ultimate Encounter. This is coming in at $69.99. This looks like a really nice model. Great sculpt, at least from the paint job. Some awesome opportunities for some edge highlighting there for all you GW players. Let's take a look at the box first of all. How full are we? Oh dear. Oh dear, guys. That is... I mean, let's take that plastic, that cardboard piece out there. Like, I get it's a bit of a marketing thing to, you know, the bigger box and whatever else. But do we really need these? And apologies, I've said it 3 or 4 times, well, 3 times on this one. But do we really need this size box for this much plastic, guys? How does it stack up? Could these fit in here? Let's have a look at the other box. Could these fit in here? I imagine they probably could. So they fit in there absolutely fine, no problem. They fit in the smaller one. So they fit in the box that's $5 cheaper. They don't fit in the box that's $20 cheaper. But why do we need these big boxes? Like, people will know. Like, we're not getting the value from them. Anyway, let's have a look on the back. Let's have a look at the artwork. Hydra tank, terrain and ultimate guide encounter. We'll go through all of these in turn. So we get Hydra tank miniature, ultimate encounter rulebook, character stat card. We get a destruction tracker, ultimate encounter tracker, 5 tip cards, and 1 token sheet. And obviously, all models are supplied unassembled and unpainted, as they should be for every miniatures game. I much prefer to build my own rather than have some sweatshop somewhere doing it on my behalf. Let's start with the plastic. I mean, again, there's not a lot. A little bit's come off the sprue there already. Let's make sure all of these are in shot. 3 sprues of plastic, quite big pieces. Size 4 is the tank again, which is what you would expect. But yeah, it's difficult to see with terrain where you're getting the value. I will say it's not the easiest, but we won't dwell on it too much. Let's put it to one side and see what else we get. Standard book. There we go. Don't need that, in the bin. So we get the rule book for the game. Let's just zoom in here so you guys can see this easier. We're not going to go through the ultimate encounter. What I will do is take a quick look through as I'm building and things and let you know what you need to deploy. Looking here at the deployment, it does not seem like you need any of the other bits of terrain to run the ultimate encounter, which, whilst it's annoying that they're not part of it, I think it's good that they aren't part of it, purely because it means we're not reliant on having to spend all of that money. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so a little rule book there. We will have to keep hold of that. We've then got some other stuff here. Weird that that wasn't in here, like protected. Like a little bit annoying, but hey ho. Got a character stat card, the Hydra tank. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. So it's got 6 health. It's got, I don't know what that means. Size 4. Ultimate encounter 666 for defense, fire at will, range 590, under the wheels, any range 80. This attack may only be made when triggered by a trundle treads or about face movement. It's a tank numbskull. This character cannot be modified by enemy effects, and then enemy encounter immunity to all special conditions. Again, it's another little nitpick, but it's another size card to deal with. Why they couldn't have made this in the new format with all those details on, you know, this way around, so that they would fit in the other ones. It now means that we've got one size 4, so like a 6x4 for the characters. We've got sort of normal tarot style cards. or normal, not sort of normal size cards for the tactics cards and other such things. We've then got another size for the grunts. We've now got another size for this. Like, it's a bit annoying because you can't buy one sleeve of this size. You need to buy a pack of, like, you know, 25, and yeah, you're never going to use them. And then actually, no, sorry, I tell a lie. And then, or maybe these are, I think these are 6x4. These are the same size as the character cards. So these are the tips that you spoke about there. You've got these damage trackers. So I think what happens is as you do damage to it, or you take all its health off it, certain things happen. So you know you move up the trackers there. You've got the destruction tracker there, the encounter tracker there. It said 5 tip cards. Like, I'm not really sure where they are. Like, did it say 5? Let's go back in and have a quick look at the box. I'm almost certain it said 5 tip cards. So we've got a token sheet. We've got character stat card. We've got the rule book. Destruction tracker, that's that there. Ultimate encounter tracker, I gather that is that. I mean, really? And then 5 tip cards. I mean, are these tip? I wouldn't have said. Okay, maybe these are tip cards, but then it feels like these are also things that go across. I don't know. We are going to try and have a game of this one. And then lastly, we've got the tokens on here as well. We've got a big token here, which I think when we look at the deployment, this is the spider dispenser. We've then got the manhole covers, and then we've got the spider bombs, skittering and armed. So skittering on that side, armed on this side. But yeah, that's it. That is it for our $70. Feels a bit bad, I'm not going to lie. Let's put everything out that we get and see what we actually get for our money, because 3 sprues, but did I say 2? Maybe there's 3 sprues in total. Still not a lot of sprues. Let's just zoom this out ever so slightly. Well, I say ever so slightly, all the way. We've got these 4 here, we've got these ones here. So in total, guys, we've got 65 for the turrets, $70. So what's that, 135 plus then these at 50, 135, $185 for what doesn't feel like a lot. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go away. I'm going to build these up. I will then come back. I'll show you them all built, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on what we've got. Okay then, guys, here we go. Quite a few days later. It's actually Sunday evening now, and I do have everything built up. Not everything I've built completely yet. I have left a few things sort of separate, so I'll take you through each one in turn. Let's start with the sort of power station turret things. Really easy to put together. Very easy to put together, actually. The mode lines were in okay places, so not a huge amount of cleaning up to do there. And as always, you know, really good quality from Atomic Mass Games. What I've chosen to keep off is this kind of I suppose shield, I don't know, shield like wall thing here. Reason being, just going to be easier to paint it up that way, and you know, from a stance of sort of gluing it on afterwards, it's not too much of a problem. So yeah, with both of these I have kept them 2 separate, but again, really easy to put together. But let's remember, guys, these 2 pieces were $50. So let's bear that in mind when we are going through this. Next up, we have got the turrets. So I've got one here with the sort of missile launcher. These are all fully built. You can see I have managed to keep them turning. I'll show you how I've done that in a second. And then these, I would call them like almost like a las cannon, I suppose. Maybe that's a bit too 40k. You know, Hydra weapon type stuff. A thing that I really like about all of these is Atomic Mass Games have left, hopefully you can see that, but they have left a little recess in here. I bought some 8mm by 2mm, so flat, so 2mm thick, 8mm wide magnets, and they fit perfectly on here. And what's nice about it is these are completely interchangeable. So depending on how you want to have it displayed, you don't have to just go with one or the other. So I do really, really like the fact that they have done that. So again though, guys, these four pieces here are $65. $65 for these 4 pieces here. Lastly then, we do have the tank, and let's zoom in on the tank ever so slightly. Again, I have part assembled this. I want to just take this off the top as well. So it's got the same recesses on. So if you didn't want to have it with Red Skull, you can very easily put one of these other cannons on top of here, or the missile launchers, or Red Skull can go onto here. So you do have some flexibility. I've purposely left the sort of covers off the treads, and I've left the treads off as well, because I'll paint these up separately. And again, where the contact where they're going on isn't going to be seen, so it'll be really, really easy to assemble these afterwards. And then the last piece is I have left Red Skull off there as well. This is $70, guys. I mean, you know, we do get the other bits, you know, cosmic threat cards and some tokens and bits, but 185, I think, give or take, 185-ish dollars for all of this. Is it worth the money? Let's go back to the main camera and we'll sort of share some final thoughts on that and why I think it's probably not. Okay, guys. Look, it's really, really difficult. We have these conversations quite a lot when it comes to Atomic Mass Games, when it comes to the terrain that they build or the terrain that they release. It's very, very difficult to justify the cost of the terrain. I mean, look, it's always going to be more expensive than third-party providers. The main reason for that is licensing fees, right? That's just the way that it is. And I will say that it's very, very rare that you will get a 3D print or a MDF version or cardboard even or anything like that that's anywhere near the quality that the guys at Atomic Mass Games put together. But it's a balance, and it is a balance for a lot of people as to whether or not they want to buy this or not. You know, $185 for 4 size 3 pieces of terrain and a tank and an ultimate encounter that you probably play once. Let's be brutally honest about this, guys. It's the main thing that people play in this game is the main game itself. And I just think there's not a huge amount of value in here. My problem is that I don't know what the answer is. And the reason why is if they put more value into the actual box itself, then what you're doing is creating paywalls. However, they have done ultimate encounters before. Dormammu, Thanos, where they've been attached to a big character, and at least that character has been playable. And I think this is a similar price, right? $69.99, I think, is similar price to Thanos, similar price to Dormammu. And I think if it came with a playable character, I think it would have felt not as bad, if I'm being brutally honest. But I think because there is no playable character with it, I'm also a little bit disappointed. No, I'm going to say it. I'm not a little bit disappointed. I'm very disappointed that they didn't make more use of the other pieces of terrain that come with these 3 packs. So obviously the tank terrain and ultimate encounter, you know, the tank is the ultimate encounter, whether you've got Red Skull popping out the top or not. But I'd really like to have seen the turrets and also the power stations as part of that ultimate encounter. Now, I get it would have meant they were mandatory in terms of a purchase, but I think they could have put all of these together. I think they could have put these 5 pieces of terrain together for $100, $120 as an ultimate encounter pack. And I'd really like to have seen them maybe include a little bit more in terms of what's the word? A little bit more in terms of tokens and things like that came in there. But right now, guys, for the $185, it's really, really difficult to justify. You know, that's more than a Shatterpoint core box. And look at what you get in there. I mean, in fact, yeah, look at what you get in there. All that terrain, those 16 characters, I think it is. 2 teams of 8 would be 16. Yes, that's how math works. So yeah, guys, look, I'm gonna be playing it. You know, I am going to try and play the ultimate encounter. Maybe even take it over to the MCP Weekender this weekend. You know, plus points. Like I say, the actual models are fantastic, as they always are from AMG. The little hindsight of putting in the little notches for magnets was clever, absolutely brilliant. Like really, really forward thinking from them. Just too expensive. Just too expensive. Anyway, guys, we will leave it there for this one. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do leave a like. It really, really does help. If you do want to support the channel even further, we do have our Patreon up and running, where from as little as £1 a month, you can support the channel and get yourself entered into our monthly prize draw, which we haven't done yet. So we'll be doing that on Wednesday as part of the Bugle. Also, go check out the Discord. That's another thing that we have as well. And we do have a merch store. I keep forgetting to mention the merch store, but heading down, there's a link in the description below. Go check out the merch store as well. Guys, that's it from me. And as always, it leaves me with just enough time to say stay well, keep safe, and until next time, bye for now.